If you had something you don't think that is right for the challenge, it's okay. But I want to know, what did you eat last night? We gonna start it off with an icebreaker, okay? So throw it in the chat. Let me know, and then let me know how excited you are about this 30-day challenge. All right, we already know your name because it's in the chat already. But let me know what you ate last night, even if it was considered your last supper, y'all. All right, come on in. Be honest. You already know. Be honest. Don't lie up in here. You know, Lisa will call you out. You already know she can call some of y'all out already. Come on in. I'm getting everybody in again. Welcome to day number 1 of the challenge. Somebody said they had some shrimp, some popcorn. Okay. All right. Totally hype. I love that. Falafel fatouche. I want to know the bad. Who had the last shrimp and broccoli fettuccine? Okay. Cheese pizza. Somebody. Okay. All right. Yeah. I got you. Let's see what else. Pancakes, eggs, and sauce. You had that for dinner? That was your last. That's what you had for dinner? Hold on, Cheryl. You had that for dinner, for breakfast. Which one was that? All right. Good morning, everybody. If you are entering, we letting this room load the challenge day number 1. We asking the real questions first thing in the morning. I need to know what you ate last night, and for some of y'all, what your last supper was. You know what I mean? You know, that last, okay, let me get a taste of this before I go into this 30-day challenge. Let me know what that is. Sweet and sour chicken. That sounds like you got that from the corner Chinese store. That's where you got that from? A sweet and sour chicken. Okay. All right. That dinner. I love breakfast for dinner. Okay. So you did actually have pancakes. All right. I ain't mad at you. Breakfast is not breakfast. It's just food. Tacos. What type of tacos did you have? Come on. I need specifics, y'all. Y'all not giving me details. I need details. Now, you know, I'm trying to get y'all warmed up. If you tell the truth now and let it all out, I'm telling you it's gonna be an easier challenge. So here we go. Plantains, red beans, rice, curry, jackfruit. Okay, you already ready, Tamika. You already ready. That's not good stuff. I wanna know people business. What did you have? Who had the last supper? Tell me what the last supper was. Chili with beef and cornbread. There you go. Cindy. That was good, wasn't it? Last supper. Yep, you're not going to be having that again. All right. Glass of red wine and chips. All right, Leah. Now the truth is coming out. All right. Welcome, everybody. Come on, smile, get happy, y'all. This is the day 1 of a new transformation for everybody. I don't care if you've been doing this for a while. I don't care if you scared. I don't care. I just need you to be ready for this new day that we're getting into, okay? All right, so again, this room is loading. If you just came in, we're keeping it honest. I don't need to know where you're at, where you're from. What I do need to know is what you ate last night. We call it the Last Supper. What'd you eat last night? Was it good? Green goddess salad? Okay, I want the good stuff. That was 2. Sweet chili tofu. Ooh, that sounds good, though. Sweet chili tofu. Greens, zucchini, sweet potatoes. We're going to have to talk about that, Kimberly, because that sounds good. Sweet chili. Coach Tiff, write that down. Sweet chili tofu, greens, zucchini, sweet potatoes. Okay. All right. Put that on the list. Black bean burger with a salad. No, I said write that down, Coach Tiff. We know what you had last night, okay? We know you had the good stuff. All right. I'm trying to get to those people. I need y'all to be honest with me. What'd you have? What was your last supper? All right, I got one more question for you. What is your main goal? What is that one goal that you want in the next 30 days? Give it to me. Oh, somebody said ice cream. I had ice cream too. I did. I was gonna get it was still vegan, but it was ice cream. I had to make sure. I'm pulling back off of my sugar too, y'all. So I'm gonna be honest as well. All right, main goal is to come to like veggies. Okay, we got you, Melissa. Master plant-based eating. All right, Miss Cindy. Exercise. I got you. Energy for better sleep. Of course, finish and not quitting. I have a recipe for that. Coach Tiff said nice ice cream. Okay. Weight loss. We got you. Come on, y'all. Get in this building. I'm getting y'all warmed up because I know I'm going to dig and Coach Lisa's going to dig. So y'all got to make sure that you are interactive in this. All right. I got a few more that's entered the building. Welcome to the challenge again. We got a couple questions and answers that we need right now. The first question was, what was your last supper? So what did you have last night? Be honest. All right, and then also, what is your main goals for this challenge? I just want to know your main, like number one. I know you may have a whole bunch of them, but give me that one main goal that you want to get out of this challenge. Come on with it. Come on with it. I'm reading lower A1C, weight loss and endurance. Get rid of that back fat. We got you. We got you. All right. Let's see. I know I'm paying a lot of attention to y'all. So this is the VIP room, front row seat, right? But we got the live on YouTube. Y'all make sure that you're on Facebook. Make sure you're checking the portal, getting all the access. Obviously, because you're on the Zoom, you're getting everything ready. Let's make sure that we got the room loaded there you go. I see the people on YouTube. I see y'all. I'm not missing out on y'all. I'm not missing out. I'm not. I see Lorene on YouTube said tuna fish salad and a brew. Okay. All right. Mangoes, a jumpstart, orange slices and roasted carrots. Patrice on YouTube. All right. Let's see. Who else had last supper? Sweet. Hold on. You had this for Lorette. You had peanut butter and stuffed pretzels. That dessert? That was dessert? Okay. All right. Veggie tacos. I see salad. All right. Good morning to those on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all tell me what type of pizza. Somebody tell me. Mr. Red. Is it Mr. Rio? No, Mr. Rio. What type of pizza was it? What type of pizza was it? Come on, give me all of it. What type of pizza? Wings? You had pizza and wings. Hold on. Mr. Rio, keep going on YouTube. I think he listing a whole bunch of stuff. Just tell me all in one post. Just all in one. Just,
Kiwi, I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more.
Come on, come on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let them release. Let them release, y'all. Okay, I got y'all. Y'all know I got y'all. I got y'all back. All right. We did this because I want y'all to take a deep breath. All right. Especially for those that had the wings, the piece of the snacks, the ice cream. Take a deep breath. It's all fair. I got y'all, but y'all make sure I'm gonna give y'all to just keep it honest, keep it 100. Here we go.
Oh.
Now, Lisa. Okay, come on through.
It's killing me, Key. It's killing me. It was too much. I don't know if that was the best icebreaker. It stressed me out a little bit. I heard wings. I heard pizza. I heard ice cream. I heard it all. It got a little messy. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. We're going to play something different next Wednesday because that was too much. Listen, look at the front row. Look at the front row in the building. Who's ready to come get this health? This is the day one of the 30-day vegan, salt, oil, and sugar-free challenge. I can't believe y'all showed up. I'm like, I know they signed up, but will they show up? Those are two different things, right? I'm like, it's going to hit them these last 48 hours. It's going to hit them like, yo, she mean like no meat, eggs, dairy, seafood, salt, oil, and sugar. So thank you for signing up. Thank you for showing up, VIPs. What's up, YouTube? Good morning, everybody. So excited to see y'all here today. It's time to come get this help. I have so much to talk to y'all about today. So we are going to have a good time. I'm going to share my slides. We're going to go over the agenda and we're going to dive in this thing. We got, of course, Coach Kiwi in the building. We got Coach Tiff in the building. We got Coach Milan in the building. So we're going to make sure we bring them on so you can hear from them for a few moments just shortly here. But I want to just welcome you guys and thank you guys for taking us up on the offer to come get this help. You know, we made an offer and you decided to come see what it do. So thank you so much for being here. If you're not familiar, I'm Lisa A. Smith, plant-based health coach and business coach. I've been operating in this space. Next year will be 10 years. And this is our first time doing the challenge. So I'm super excited about it. It is my pleasure. It is our pleasure to escort you guys to health. So me, myself, and my entire team, Kiwi, Tiff, and Milan, we all personally live a whole food, plant-based vegan lifestyle. We prioritize it at a very high level. It's very integral, not just to our physical health, but also to our mental and emotional health. And so we're excited because I know a lot of you guys, when you guys were replying to my email and telling me why you're here, there were a variety, there were a range of reasons, right? And so I'm super excited to make sure you guys know the power of this lifestyle, the power of food, the fact that food is medicine, and it can be powerful, not just from the neck down, but for the neck up. Right? From the neck up too. So somebody be honest with us in the chat, whether it's on YouTube or live here in the Zoom room. Who's here for the power of food from the neck up? mental health and emotional stability, emotional intelligence, clarity of mind. Who's trying to get rid of brain fog? Because that was my story. Like, you're going to hear Coach Tiff's story. Hers was about chronic disease. You're going to hear Coach Milan's story. Hers was about weight loss, but I lost weight before I went vegan. My story was all about mental clarity. And so I'm excited for you guys to have that exact same experience, because it changes your life when you are in control of your emotions, when you can think clearly, right? When you feel like you are confident in your decision making. So I'm excited for all of you guys to have that exact same experience. Thank you guys for being so honest. Thank you for sharing all of it. Toya, Gayla, shout out to my farmers in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So more on that later, but let's get into it, guys. Let's rock and roll. If you're ready, just drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know. I can load the screen and we can keep going. Drop a 1 in the chat and let me know you're ready to come get this health. And YouTube too, Kiwi, you see the ones loading over there? Because we're not doing it unless everybody ready. Just let me, okay, thumbs up, perfecto. All right, let's rock and roll, y'all. So let's go over the agenda, and then I'm gonna bring Milan and Tiff on to give you a quick welcome as well, so you can see the faces of your coaches throughout this experience. So let's go ahead and go over the agenda for today. So we have about 4 things to cover today, ladies and gentlemen. So today's lesson, this is June 1, we'll be here every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern, as well as every Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And today's lesson is entitled, Believe This, Not That. And I'm going to tell you everything you need to believe in order to be successful over the course of these next 30 days. So here's today's agenda. Number 1, we're going to tour the portal, right? After we get done with intros, we're going to tour the portal so the VIPs know what you have access to. General admission, you will see what you also have access to potentially. And we're going to make sure you know all the resources that are available to you to support you throughout this experience. Then I'm going to get into what I need you to believe and what I need you to stop believing. And then we're going to review the challenge protocol. So we have a whole 1-pager. We've dropped it in the Facebook group for you. It's in the portal for you. We're going to go over all the do's and don'ts of this challenge to make sure you're crystal clear. So don't worry. Can I eat bread? What about tofu, salad dressing, all the stuff you want to know? We're going to review the protocol for you. And then finally, we're going to have Q&A. Now, today is the only day we're going to do Q&A with VIP and general admission. Q&A is a VIP perk. So if you're in the Zoom room, you'll be here for an additional about 15 to 30 minutes for live Q&A with us. But today, because it's day 1 and we want to make sure everyone feels comfortable and knows what they're supposed to be doing, we're going to take questions from general admission on YouTube as well. Okay, so make sure you stay on for Q&A today, YouTube, and make sure you have your questions loaded up. Kiwi will be fielding those questions so that you know exactly how you should and shouldn't be eating and how you should be showing up throughout this experience. Okay, so that's today's agenda. Let's get into some intros. Let's start with Kiwi, then we will go Milan, and then we go Coach Tiff. Kiwi, you ready to hop in and intro yourself real quick?
Not yet. Handling some stuff on the back end. Let Tiff and them go. Okay, let's go, Tiff.
Coach Tiff.
Good morning, everyone. It's Coach Tiff here in the building. Hey. So nice to see all you lovely faces. So, is anyone in the building because you're having some pain, you're having some swelling, you're having some headaches, brain fog? Are you suffering from type 2 diabetes? What else? Heart disease, all these things, okay? Are you feeling not your optimal health? Well, I'm here to tell you that that is my story. A plant-based diet helped me 100% tremendously. I do have rheumatoid arthritis characterized by the swelling and the fatigue and the brain fog, all those things. And it was not until I went whole food plant-based, which includes eliminating SOS. Once I did that, that's when I experienced my optimal self. We're not even talking about weight loss and those things. Those will happen anyway. I'm telling you, you keep eating your plants and drinking your water and working out, it's going to happen. I'm talking about my quality of life as far as my mobility, as far as being able to do my job, showing up as a mother, as a coach, as a wife, all the things, the roles that we play, right? 100% a plant-based diet has helped me. And I'm going to leave now. There's so many things to do, but okay, I'll be showing you my recipes because yes, SOS free is not boring. Okay, you will see all the things that I'm posting, all the things that everyone else in here is posting, that we are eating good, healthy food. It tastes good. It looks good. You're not depriving yourself. You're actually gaining so much. And I cannot wait to work with you all.
Thank you, Coach Tiff. All right, we're going to pull Coach Milan up to the front because you're going to see her throughout the challenge as well. Coach Milan, you ready?
Hey, planners. Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning. Okay, I see some familiar faces out here. For those who don't know, I used to be 70 pounds heavier, and my ultimate goal, which was a low goal, is to get out of Wonderland. I used to be over 200 pounds. Like, I just wanted to be 199, 198, just out of Wonderland. If you can relate to that, drop that in the comment. Like, what are your weight loss goals out there? I used to go to the gym with my husband, go to the gym with my girls, go here, go there, set these random schedules that were unrealistic. And I used to lose the weight, stop, lose the weight, stop. It was a yo-yo diet situation. But it wasn't until I adopted an ecosystem that loved on me and supported on me. It wasn't until I put some weight on my goals, which was my daughter, because I had to figure out it wasn't just a health thing. It wasn't an obesity thing. It wasn't a pre-diabetes thing. It was what type of representation for my daughter would I be, right? Because you look to your left, you look to the right, everybody a little thick out here. Everybody's a little thick out here, and it's our norm to be unhealthy. But I wanted to snatch back my health. And once I lost the weight, I was like, you know what? This has to be an intentional thing. So I vowed to myself, I vowed to my community, I vowed to my family to intentionally save my life every single day. So I became a whole food plant-based coach. And now guess what? I'm in this thing with y'all too for 30 whole days. So let's get it. Okay.
Yes, Coach Milan, best story. Tiff has a weight loss goal too. I mean, a weight loss story as well. You guys are going to hear about. She'll be live with us next week, cooking and teaching y'all how to set up y'all SOS-free kitchen. So let's get into Coach Kiwi. You ready, Key?
Oh yeah, y'all know I'm ready. I want to know if everybody else ready. Everybody, I want you to sit up straight. Everybody sit up straight. Say it with your chest. Everybody say, exercise is a non-negotiable.
Exercise is a non-negotiable.
Okay, even if you
whisper
it.
She meant that. I don't know if she meant that.
I don't know either, but she whispered it. Okay, give him a second. Everybody say it one more time. Exercise is a non-negotiable. Say it with your chest.
Exercise is
a
non-negotiable.
Yes.
Exercise is a non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
There we go. So I am Coach Kiwi. I've been doing this for a long time. Yes, everybody looks at me and they always say, Coach, you don't need this. And you already healthy. And you all, the one thing I can check a lot of things off my boxes. But being of the age that I am, I want optimal health. I want it all. I want to be at my best. I want to look my best. I want to feel my best. And that's the reason why I changed my regimen to go plant-based. I'm now a plant-based athlete. And the biggest thing that, outside of my optimal, I want to prove everybody wrong. There's where you get your protein from. You can't do this and you can't, don't tell me what I can't do. So what I'm showing you right now with being plant-based is you can do it. And the best thing is I had to figure it out for myself, and I'm a coach and I want to be there for you all so that when somebody asks you where you get your protein from, how you get those muscles, why you look so good, you can answer them just the same way I did. You know what I'm saying? As well as when you're of the age saying, yeah, I look like I'm 20. I know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about y'all, but I want to look good and feel good. No, and let me say this. I want you all to feel just as good as I feel and look as good just as much as I feel as well. So we got this. I got y'all, but no, the exercise is a non-negotiable. We not just gonna eat good, but we gonna feel good, lift good, all those good things. So that is a part of your regimen. So I'm coming through to make sure y'all picking up those weights just like y'all picking up those plants. All right.
Amen. All right, guys, welcome. Those are your coaches. Let's get into today's lesson. Believe this, not that. And let's get into the touring of the portal as well to make sure you guys all set up for success. So first things first, let me pull up the portal and who got access to so first of all, some of y'all went crazy. I was looking at, I don't know if y'all know, but we can see your progress. Like I like to check on my students, right? And so we can go into the back end and we can see how much of the portal you guys have completed. Like some of y'all 99%, 98%, some of y'all 0%. Now, wait a minute. I was like, we don't put a whole portal together to make sure they, you know what I'm saying, Leah? I said, we done went through all of this and there's still some people who have not accessed the master classes, the recipes. I'm like, what is happening, right? So if you did access the portal, tell me what happened for you. Like, which master class? Was it my stress addiction? Was it my sugar addiction master class? Was it the interview with me and ET? Like, if you got into the portal, tell me what really resonated with you. Was it the recipes? Was it Coach Tiff's video? Was it Coach Kiwi? Was it Coach Milan's lesson? Like, because we've been loading the portal for the entire month of May trying to prepare y'all. And I saw some 0% on the back end. And I was just trying to see, did they know we had a portal? I was just trying to figure it out, Milan. You know what I mean? So, okay, we got that interview with ET, hit how to do hard things, fire masterclass, if I do say so myself. Absolutely. The recipes, okay. I'm just saying, I'm like, we got a whole, anyway, let me show it to y'all. Real quick for those who may have missed it. Now, listen. Portal access ended for general admission yesterday. VIPs and ultra VIPs still have access to the portal. If general admission wants access to the portal, you can totally upgrade and restore access to the portal. But here's what's inside of the portal, just so you guys know. And I think someone asked in the Facebook yesterday, I think it was Leslie, will we get a tour of the portal? I want to know where to find everything. So I was like, sure, let's get it done. So here it is. We have our housekeeping tab where you can download the portal protocol. We're going to go over the protocol today together, guys. Join the Facebook group, invite your accountability partners, sign up for SMS messaging. We only send one text message per week on Thursdays, just one per week, so we don't overwhelm you with text messages. You can upgrade to VIP and listen to my podcast. So that's here in the portal. In addition to that, what we dropped for the entire month of May was our prep. So we have assignments here. Give your health an assignment. That interview with me and Dr. Eric Thomas, where we talked heavily about stress and addiction. Weight loss with Coach Milan, my masterclass, The Subtle Art of Doing Hard Things, where I walk you through 5 things you need in order to do hard things. Masterclass replay, live Q&A from The Subtle Art of Doing Hard Things. Then you have a video from Coach Tiff talking about chronic disease and how we're going to tackle that with this plant-based lifestyle. Then Tiff dropped some SOS-free plant-based recipes in here, just a few of many more to come this month. Foods that heal the gut, the plant-based athlete with Coach Kiwi. We dropped some desserts in here for you guys already, plus just prep for today. And then VIP, you guys get even more master classes here. Your Zoom room access is here. So VIP, if anytime throughout the month of June, you can't find where to access the Zoom link, you should have received a Google invite for it, but also you can come into the portal, just click on this tab here, and you'll be able to access the Zoom room. Also, if you guys are battling with sugar addiction, you know we are eating 0 sugar this month, but if you need help with it, there's a masterclass in here about sugar addiction, a masterclass about stress, FAQs about a plant-based diet, right? Super important. Shout out to Stan in the Facebook group. He said he watched it and it was very helpful. So 8 FAQs about a plant-based diet. Recipes for weight loss, that's unlocking for VIP in a couple of days, right? If you're ultra VIP, this is where you come to book your private one-on-one session with me. Okay, Ultra VIP, this is the link where you will go to book your private one-on-one session. Shout out to those of you who have already booked it. Shout out to those of you who have already completed your session with me. Class replays, VIP. So if you have to leave early anytime, or if you want to see what's coming up next, this is where you will come to see what's coming up or to watch a replay. VIPs, you get access to these replays for the entire month of June. And then if you want to know a little more about me, that is in here as well. So this is the portal, guys. Make sure you utilize it. We'll be constantly uploading more content in here for you. And here's a secret. We are dropping a whole challenge recipe book coming up in just a couple of days for you guys. So don't worry, we've been dripping recipes to you, but we've compiled a whole bunch more and we're putting them together right now to drop it to you in a couple of days. So there's more goodness coming inside of the portal. Quick questions from the class about the portal or anything. Where do I find X or Y? So let's just get the housekeeping out of the way before we get into the lesson. Raise your hand if you have questions about the portal. I don't see any. Self-explanatory. Oh, excellent. Easy. Okay, very easy. So that's the portal, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's get into today's lesson. Okay, now, how many people, many of you have heard me speak before. Many of you guys have heard me teach before. What comes before behavior? Right? Before you do something, what do you need? What was it, Janaea?
Belief.
Belief. Arlette, Janaea, thank you. Belief precedes behavior. I always say behavior follows belief, right? It's super important, right? So I'm going to start off today by telling you guys what I need you to believe in order to be successful. A lot of people just want to know what to do. And I suspect that's why most people don't accomplish their health goals, because they're over concerned with what to do and under concerned with what to believe. When you change your mind and you change your beliefs, your behavior will follow. Fair? Fair? That makes sense? So I'm going to start with belief. So this is what I need you to believe throughout these next 30 days and longer. Some of y'all who are already waiting for June 30th, who already got it on their calendar. We better not have a July 1 meal planned. I swear to God, I'm checking personal calendars. Okay. But I'll yell at y'all about that later. But we first and foremost have to change belief. And before somebody remind me at the end, Kiwi, remind me at the end to do a tour of the workbook as well. I want to make sure I do a tour of the workbook for the VIPs. So don't let me forget to do that. Okay, VIPs, if some of you guys haven't gotten your workbook or you don't know where to find it or you don't know how to use it, I did a video tutorial for you guys, but I want to make sure you guys have the workbook because that's going to make this entire experience much better for you. Okay, so let's get into what to believe. Now, the prerequisite for challenge success period is behavior follows belief. So before you can successfully do something different, you must believe something different. And so for this 30-day vegan, salt, oil, and sugar-free challenge, here's what I need you to believe. Number one, I need you to believe that being sick is unnatural. Being sick is unnatural. And when I say being sick, I mean even the simplest things like catching a cold. I'm not just talking about the extreme stuff. I'm even talking about all this coughing and sneezing and mucus and throat clearing. I need you guys to understand that it is not normal to even have colds, right? We've normalized it. Normal and natural are two different things. Okay. And so because we know people get sick all the time, we tend to normalize it and think it's okay, or that it's just supposed to happen. But I need you guys to believe, in order to be successful here, that being sick is unnatural. To have constant inflammation in the body, to have constant mucus in the body, right? To be overweight and have excess visceral fat around your organs is unnatural. And I don't need you to believe that meds, being overweight or unwell, is supposed to naturally happen. A lot of times we think as we get older, we're supposed to naturally gain weight, where it's normal to be on maybe one medication as you age. We need to shift that belief, because as long as you still believe that one medication ain't that bad, or it's natural to significantly decline as you age, you're going to normalize that and you're not going to work as hard as you can to avoid it. Does that make sense, you guys? So I need you to believe that being sick is unnatural, not that being on meds, overweight, or unwell is supposed to naturally happen. That's what we tell ourselves. Like, we celebrate only being on one medication as if it's okay, right? We celebrate not being, quote unquote, that bad. Okay, but I need you to believe that optimal is and should be the only goal. The next thing I need you to believe is this. I need you to believe that this challenge is treatment. Now, I need some honesty real quick. Tell me, drop a 2 in the chat if you're here because you're battling something. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're here because you're battling something. I'm overweight, Lisa. I'm chronically tired, Lisa. I have a diagnosis, Lisa. I'm on medication. I just don't feel well. I haven't been diagnosed with anything, but I know I'm not my best self. My mind isn't clear, right? No matter how much I sleep, I'm always tired. I have chronic or random aches and pains, right? I have inflammation. I have skin issues. I'm having reproductive health issues. I'm having, to my man, I'm having erectile dysfunction. To my women, reproductive health, painful periods. We've normalized painful periods. You're not supposed to be in pain. So drop a 2 in the chat if you are here because you're battling something. If you're battling something. Do we see some 2s on YouTube too, Key? I see a lot of 2s here in the Zoom room. I see a lot of 2s. A lot of 2s. Listen, okay, this is good. So we got the right people in the room. Here's what I need you to look at this challenge as. I need you to see this challenge as treatment. Meaning I'm going into treatment for the month of June. Like I am about to tackle this thing naturally. I got a team of coaches. I have a community. I'm not just trying this out. I'm not just playing around. I'm here to treat something. Like my goal is to get off of something. My goal is to feel better, not slightly better, but exponentially better, like statistically measurably better. That's what I need you. So I need you to see this month and this challenge as treatment for the thing that you're battling, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional health. So I need you to believe this is treatment, not that this is extreme, unrealistic, or optional. Because I need you to understand what it truly takes to get your body back to a place of homeostasis and balance. It takes us going all the way, not reduction of the sugar, not reduction of the dairy, but we need abstinence because those things are what got you here. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, very good. All right, I also need you to believe, that treatment is not convenient. When you're in treatment for something, it's not convenient. I need you to believe that the protocol that we've built for you guys, was not built for your convenience. Now, we love you. We appreciate you. Like, you guys have no idea how grateful that I am that you believe in me and my team. But unfortunately, I could not build a protocol for your convenience. I had to build it for results. And so Lisa complete, like no sugar, no sugar. You mean like no oil, no oil. Can I just have fish? No fish. Treatment is not convenient. We're taking all of the inflammatory items out of your diet, whether they're vegan or not, because salt, oil, and sugar is vegan, and we're still taking it out. Treatment is not convenient. So we're taking out everything that causes inflammation in the body that is disease promoting, because this is treatment and we need to get the weight off you. We need to get the inflammation out of you. We want to restore your mind. We want to restore your body. Treatment is not convenient. I need you to believe that, not that there's a way to avoid discomfort, detox, and withdrawals. I need you to believe that there's not a way to avoid, like, do not believe that, okay, maybe there's a way I can somehow miraculously circumvent the discomfort that this is about to cause me. Maybe somehow I can miraculously circumvent detox. I don't feel like going through the headaches. I don't feel like going through the lethargy that happens when my body is trying to come off of my caffeine addiction. There's no way to avoid it. When you go into treatment, detox and withdrawals usually happens first. If you got it, say got it. If you got it, say got it. I need you to believe this. I need you to believe that this was designed for your results and not your convenience. Got it. Valerie says she got it. Susan seems to have it. Melanie's got it. Marche got it. Okay. So this is treatment, and treatment is not convenient. Okay. I need you to believe that you need help. Some of y'all probably here sitting up law, at least, I've been vegan for about a year now. I don't really need that much help. I'm kind of already, right? Like, I need you to believe that you need help. Let me tell you, in my book of Lisa-isms, that we're going to create one day, I say that you can do better by yourself, but you need help to do your best. You can do better by yourself. Absolutely, you're strong enough to reduce some stuff. Absolutely, you're strong enough to start the workouts. You can do better by yourself. I've seen you do. I've seen y'all do it. I run into y'all in the street. Y'all be popping up in my master classes. Y'all be in my DMs on Instagram. Y'all be telling me, Lisa, you'll be so proud of me. I don't drink soda no more. I'm like, yeah, but what about those cookies though? Right? You can do better by yourself, but you need help to do your best. So I need you to believe that you need help. I need you to believe it. I get y'all independent and y'all strong. I get that y'all know what y'all problem is, but here's the issue. Just because you know your problem doesn't mean you're qualified to solve it. Just because you know your problem doesn't mean you're qualified to solve it. So I need you to believe that you need help, not that there's shame in needing or asking for help. There's no shame. Matter of fact, did you know when you signed up for this challenge, you were asking for help? You probably don't even realize it. So I need you to embody that. I need you to embrace that, and I need you to make it okay. You need help. The good news is we got help. All right. The good news is you have a team of coaches and a community who is going to support you through this experience, but I need you to believe that you need the help. And so that means something comes in the Facebook group, live support that we offer, live Q&A. I need you to lean into it because this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but treatment never is. Treatment never is. Okay, so let's do something. We're going to go over we're going to go over the protocol. And I done told y'all need help. I done told y'all this is treatment. So now we're going to review what exactly you're going to be doing and not doing throughout this 30 days. Okay. So let's look at the protocol. How many people downloaded the protocol from either the Facebook group or inside of the portal? Janaea, she's on it. Okay. Nichelle, okay. Very good. Crystalline, I did. Kelly, hey, Kels. Okay. Doreen. All right. Beautiful. So let's go over it for everyone. And again, we will definitely be doing Q&A at the end, but I want to make sure. Who downloaded the protocol and then started looking for a deregistration button? That's the better question. Like, she tripping. How many people? Who ain't no deregistration button? Look at God. Okay, no, ain't no, this car only go forward. There is no reverse. It wasn't built with a reverse. You feel me? So we here, y'all. We going full speed ahead, okay? All right, so let's review the protocol. I got it pulled up here, ready to go. I can't wait to go over the workbook with y'all. It's so fire. Okay, so let's review the protocol. I have it up. So first of all, this is a vegan challenge first and foremost. So I want to make sure you guys understand that we are not consuming any meat, eggs, dairy, or seafood, any animal products throughout this 30 days. Everyone is at a different place on this journey. Some of you guys are already identified as completely vegan. Some of you guys are brand new to this. So we have all different levels in the building, okay? But let me tell you why. Sometimes people think that I'm just interested in health. Sometimes when people hear me lecture, when they come to my classes, because they don't know me that well yet, they have a tendency to believe that I'm only interested in healing your body and your mind. And that's not true. The thing I'm most interested in is you living a life of radical obedience. Let me make this very plain. For me, a vegan diet is not the destination, it's simply a vehicle. It's simply a vehicle. And it's a vehicle to get to optimal health so that health can be leveraged to show up on assignment. Now, the very first assignment that we gave you guys in the portal in the month of May, the first Friday in May, I dropped an assignment called Give Your Health an Assignment. Give your health an assignment. And I told you guys that my assignment was you. Like the reason I eat the way I eat, the reason I work out the way I work out, the reason I meditate and pray the way I do, the reason I keep myself centered and whole and clear is because you guys are my assignment and I cannot fumble my assignment. And so the reason we're doing this and following this protocol is so that you too can be radically obedient on your assignment. So I don't want you to see like the whole mission is to not eat meat. No, I don't care about that much. The whole mission is to put your body and your brain in the best position to be the most optimal so the book you've been trying to write can finally be birthed. So the business you can start can finally be started, right? So the parent or the spouse that you want to be, you can show up as. If you want to grace stages, I want you to be confident enough to do that. So this is about executing on your assignment. So when you see drink half of your healthy body weight in water, when you see adhere to a plant-based vegan diet, when you see eat minimally 3 cups of vegetables per day, I don't want you to be thinking about the goal of just being healthy. I want you to think about the goal of leaving that 9 to 5 if you so desire, because now you're healthy enough, energetic enough, and creative enough to do so. Does that make sense? Okay, so like, don't think small. I need you to see this entire protocol as a vehicle and not a destination. That's the best way to look at this, all right? So these are the do's and the don'ts, all right? So we're drinking that water first thing in the morning. We're adhering to a whole food, plant-based vegan diet. We're eating a minimum of 3 cups of vegetables a day. We're consuming 30 grams of fiber per day. We're gonna try at least 1 new fruit or vegetable per week. We're gonna read the label on everything, and don't worry, we're gonna teach you how to read labels. We're gonna practice intermittent fasting. Ideally, we're gonna do an 8-hour eating window, 10 to 8. But you can flex that a little bit based on what's best for your schedule. We're avoiding all animal products, meat, eggs, dairy, and seafood. We're avoiding all oil, salt, and refined processed sugar. We're avoiding all alcohol and caffeinated beverages. We're avoiding ultra-processed vegan food. So I don't care if it's vegan. If it has oil, salt, and sugar, it's ultra-processed and we're not eating it. So all those frozen burgers and breakfast sausages and fake cheese and all of that, we're not doing it. We're not smoking during this challenge, okay? And we're not calorie counting. We are not going to be scale watching the entire time. We do not count calories over here, okay? Exercise guidelines. Intentional exercise at least 5 days a week, a minimum of 35 minutes per session. Engaging in at least 10 minutes of mindfulness per day. You choose what that could be for you. We're not going to weigh ourselves more than once per week. And we're going to spend at least an hour a week with someone we love and another hour on something you love. Let me say that again. You're going to spend at least 1 hour a week with someone you love, okay? Because intimacy and closeness heals, okay? And you're going to spend another hour on something you love because purpose heals. I'm not going to rush past that. I hope y'all got it, because food doesn't solve everything. Food doesn't solve everything. Okay. And so I don't care how much you exercise and I don't care how much you eat right. If you don't have healthy relationships in your life that you pour into, and if you don't have something that makes you feel meaningful and purposeful when you get out of the bed in the morning, we're in trouble. So don't ignore that bullet. If you got it in the chat. I can't move on past that, because people come in here and expect Kale to do magic. Kale ain't going to solve that relationship between you and your mom. Kale ain't gonna make you and your spouse start talking again. You have to work on those things too in order for this protocol to work. At least an hour a week with someone you love and another hour on something you love. I'm getting my hour in right now. I could check it off, right? Amen. You feel me, Iris? Amen. Okay. Y'all said y'all got it. Okay, Gayla said that's real. Yeah, y'all know I'm all in. Kind of hope y'all didn't think y'all was gonna come on here on some small, like just eat beans and rice and tomatoes and don't worry about the fact that you stressed out. No, this won't work if you're chronically stressed. You have to pour into all those other areas, right? Okay, so that's super important. Thank you guys for saying you got it. Notes, whole and dried fruit is allowed. Okay, those will likely be your only sweeteners. Okay, so I'll answer all your questions about monk fruit and stevia, but I guess you can guess the answer. Great sources of fiber include things like your legumes. So beans, lentils, split peas, chickpeas, nuts and seeds, oats, quinoa, fresh fruit. Remember to do active recovery, such as stretching, mobility work, and sports massages, right, during those workouts. And mindfulness includes things such as meditation, prayer, reading, journaling, etc. All right, so this is your protocol for the month of June. And again, this is treatment. We need to get the body and the brain back to a place of homeostasis, i.e. balance. And so we can't take this lightly, guys. We cannot take it lightly. So follow the protocol. Let's see who was listening. Finish this sentence. This protocol was not created for your... Finish that sentence.
Convenience.
There we go. Say it again, Arlette.
Convenience.
Say it again, Arlette.
Convenience.
Okay, this protocol was not created for your convenience. It was created for your
results.
Period. All right. When I was creating the protocol, I was not thinking what will make them the most comfortable. Okay. When I was creating the protocol, I was not thinking what will make this the easiest for them. I was thinking they've been unwell for far too long. They only been doing better and they haven't reached their best. They think they're healthy because they don't have a diagnosis, but they don't know that they need to be optimal. That's what I was thinking. And I was like, oh, and most of them have not even ever been introduced to the most optimal version of themselves. That's what I was thinking when I created the protocol. Okay. It was not created for your convenience. It was created for your results. Everybody got it? Okay. So let's go back to what you need to believe. With that being said, let's go back to what you need to believe and finish this off. So we went over the protocol. And so piggybacking off of the protocol, let me tell you what else you need to believe. Everybody can see my screen? I get a head nod. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Melissa. I can only see a few people. Okay. So next thing I need you to believe, let's pick up where we left off then. I need you to believe this. I need you to believe that oil clogs your arteries. Let's get into the weeds now. I need you to believe that oil clogs your arteries, not that oil is a health food. Why I can't eat oil, Lisa? They say olive oil is good for you. Yeah, over there, when they eat the high quality and they don't heat it up. Not the way y'all burn it and cook. And no, that's not... So we're not doing oil. 30 days won't kill you, okay? So I need you to believe that oil clogs your arteries. I need you to believe that you're eating pure fat. Like now you can eat the avocado, you can eat the coconut, you can eat the olive whole. So we are eating whole foods. But when we extract the fat from it, when we isolate and concentrate the fat and call it oil, we have a bunch of calories and a bunch of fat with no nutritional benefit. I need you to believe that oil clogs your arteries, not that it's a health food. She tripping. There's nothing wrong with olive. She tripping. I use sunflower oil. She tripping. I use avocado oil. The protocol was built for your treatment, not your convenience. Okay. The next thing I need you to believe, hold on to your hats. I need you to believe sugar is a narcotic. Oh, it got real silent. And I know everybody on mute, but it felt like it got more silent than mute. I don't know if that was possible, PJ, but it felt like it got extra silent. I need y'all to believe that sugar is a narcotic. Sugar is a what? Drop it in the chat. I've got to make sure y'all listening, because this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. So somebody just remind me what I just said. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Okay. So, all right. We got evidence. We're going to screenshot the chat because y'all heard it here. We saw y'all write it. Sugar is a narcotic. So I need you to believe that sugar is a narcotic, not that sugar is harmless. It's harmful. Okay. When I gave up sugar, it was because I was on these stages and I was doing these talks and I was doing these presentations and I did not have recall. Sugar causes brain fog. It causes memory loss, inability to concentrate, inflammation in the body. Sugar is a narcotic. It causes your body to be more acidic than alkaline. And Izetta just said in the chat, it's addictive, highly addictive. Like extremely addictive, like narcotic-like addictive. So as we're going through this and moving through this, I need you to understand how dangerous sugar is. And there's a reason we are practicing abstinence and not moderation here. Okay, so I need you to believe that sugar is narcotic, not that it's harmless. I need you to believe that a whole food, plant-based vegan diet can heal your body and your mind. I need you to believe it. Because behavior follows belief. So I need you to go into this thing thinking, man, I got a team of coaches who are not just witnesses, but who are walking receipts. Like, so you got evidence. Like we're not using you guys as guinea pigs. We're teaching you what we've personally done. So I need you to believe it. I need you to believe that this protocol can heal your body and your mind. I don't care if it's diabetes, hypertension, cancer, inflammation, thyroid issues, hormonal imbalance, depression, anxiety, bipolar, fibromyalgia. Like, let's just see. Like, if you don't believe it, the best I can say is let's just see. I got evidence for my belief. Get evidence for yours. If you don't believe it, bring me evidence. Okay, so I need you to believe that a whole food, plant-based vegan diet can heal your body and your mind, not that a whole food, plant-based diet is absent of essential vitamins and minerals or macro and micro. Like, yep, you're going to get your protein. You heard Kiwi talk about it. You will get your protein. Okay, you will. Yes, no, we're not going to be eating a bunch of refined carbs. Okay, so it's possible, but I need you to believe it because, again, behavior follows belief. Here's what else I need you to believe. Let's talk about these food labels. Okay. Lean in close, guys. We're going to go over more detailed label reading lesson at our very next class on Wednesday. But I need you, listen to me very closely. When you guys go grocery shopping, I need you to believe the ingredient list. I need you to believe the ingredient list, not the front of the package. Okay. I need you to believe the things you see in this ingredient list. Because listen, look what I used. I used a vegan butter for this illustration. Many people have heard of Earth Balance. Many people maybe, oh, she said we can't use oil, but this vegan butter has to be okay. It's vegan. We don't care about it being vegan. We don't care about the front of the package. We don't care that it says non-GMO, vegan. We don't care that it says earth, okay? We don't care that it says whatever free. What we care about, I only want you to believe when you're grocery shopping, when you're deciding whether or not to put something in your cart, I need you to believe the ingredient list. That's the first thing we look at. That's the first thing we teach our students to look at. It is not the front of the package. But Lisa, it said organic. But Lisa, it said plant-based. But Lisa, the whole package was green. No, that is marketing. This is a sales page. The front of the package is a sales page. What's wrong with this Earth Balance? Who's going to volunteer it for us? What's wrong with it, if anything? Why do I need you to believe the ingredient list?
The first problem is it has vegetable oil blend. Then after that, it has palm oil, which is a tropical oil that's an artery clogger. Then it has added salt, it has a mystery ingredient or ingredients because it says natural flavor. We don't know what that is. That could be animal product. That could be MSG. That could be anything. Then I see the olive oil, and it's probably not the best olive oil. And you know that's smaller ingredient than the vegetable oil blend because vegetable oil blend is at the very top.
Amen.
And the natto extract is iffy, but they use it for coloring because I think I've read about that before, but I can't remember if there were any concerns about it.
Y'all give our scholar Karen a round of applause, honey. She broke it all the way down. I don't even need to teach next Wednesday. Listen, so we're going to believe the ingredient list before we believe the front of the package. Thank you so much, Karen. That was phenomenal. A voice made for radio. Her voice is always so dope every time she speaks on one of our lives. Thank you, Karen. So listen, I need you guys to understand we only believe the ingredient list. We don't believe the front of the package. We don't even start with the nutrition facts. We start with the ingredient list. Y'all got it? So if we go to those ingredients, if we see oil, we see salt, we see sugar, we see an animal product, then it's a no. Okay. So when you guys ask me about stuff like, can we eat bread? We're not anti-bread. We're anti-junk. So you have to read the ingredients list to determine whether or not you can eat that bread. Right. So we're going to learn how to read these labels so that you can feel more confident in the grocery store. But I need you to believe the ingredients before the front of the package. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. And let's talk about remission versus a maintenance protocol before I tell you the last thing I need you to believe. Now, I told you guys that I need you to believe that this program, this challenge, these 30 days is what? If your health is compromised, I need you to believe it's what? Drop it in the chat. What are these 30 days? One word. Treatment. 100% right. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Nichelle. Thank you, Majida. Right. Treatment. So I need you to believe it's treatment, which means there's two type of protocols that exist out here when it comes to like diet and health and things like that, right? When something is meant for treatment, that means that we are trying to put something in remission. When we're going into treatment for something, that means we're battling something that we want to overcome. That means at the end of a certain amount of time, we want to be able to say, I had that, but I no longer have it today. So if this protocol, if this challenge is considered treatment for you guys, that means that we are going into a remission protocol. A remission protocol looks like this: abstinence from the things that have got you to the health status you are today. It looks like consistent workouts. A remission protocol looks like establishing non-negotiables. A remission protocol looks like perfect attendance in live class. A remission protocol looks like I need a coach because I've admitted that I need help. So if this is treatment for you, ladies and gentlemen, then I need you to understand that you're I want to put obesity in remission, Lisa. I want to put diabetes in remission, Lisa. I want to put brain fog in remission, Lisa. I want to put inflammation in remission, Lisa. So I'm trying to combat something when I'm in treatment. Okay. Now here's the mistake that a lot of people have made before coming here. And not because I'm guessing, but because I know a lot of you guys have been in my ecosystem for years. The mistake that many of us have made before today is we were trying to tackle our health issues with a maintenance protocol. So a maintenance protocol means I've already done the work to put the thing in remission, and now I don't have to work as hard because it's maintenance. Now, maintenance protocol means, I can have something in moderation. A maintenance protocol means I can afford to skip some workouts. A maintenance protocol means I can have cheat meals. A maintenance protocol means I can afford to miss a class or two. A maintenance protocol means all I need is accountability partners. I don't need a coach. How many people drop a MP for maintenance protocol in the chat if you've been trying to combat your health challenges with a maintenance protocol only? Drop an MP in the chat Who's gonna be honest about it? Who's gonna be honest about it? Lisa, I was just gonna eat sugar. I was just gonna drink my sweet tea in moderation. I just thought I could reduce it a little bit. I mean, I did sign up for that program. I missed like 2 of the classes, but right? I know I didn't get a coach. I just asked my best friend to be my accountability partner because I thought together we was gonna be able to reverse diabetes. Who before now has been using a maintenance protocol to tackle health issues? MP, drop them MPs in the chat. Stephanie, yep. Michael, Cheryl, Cindy, Terrence, Linda. Okay, Joy, Majida. Okay, so now you guys know the difference. Like once you've done the hard, here's the good news. Once we've done the hard work to put this thing in remission and put it behind us, a maintenance protocol might be available to you. That's where I am. That's where Coach Tiff is, right? That's where Coach Milan. We're on the maintenance protocol. Like if I'm traveling or something and I can't get to the gym as many times that week as I want to, I'm okay with it. But if I'm battling something, it's non-negotiable. So we need to know the difference between a remission protocol and a maintenance protocol. A remission protocol and a maintenance protocol. So here's what I need you to believe. I need you to believe that this challenge is a remission protocol. That's what I need you to believe. I need you to believe that this is a remission protocol, not that this is a maintenance protocol. So you don't get to do some of the stuff that we're asking you to do. If you have something that you're trying to combat, you got to do all the stuff we're asking you to do. And again, you guys are not guinea pigs. So everything that I put on the protocol has been proven and we have receipts for. Like, Lisa, why can't I have oil? That sounds crazy. No, I've only been 10 years in the game. Trust me, I already know. Like, what's wrong with seafood? Trust me, I already know. Okay, so the protocol that we have for you guys is a remission protocol because you guys were replying to my email telling me why you were here and you were telling me what you were battling. So people are not here for their entertainment. Nobody's here because they just love Lisa and want to hear her speak all the time. Everybody is here because there is something that they want to combat. And so the remission protocol is what we're following. Let's look at it one more time just for clarity. A remission protocol requires abstinence, consistent workouts, non-negotiables, perfect attendance, and coaches. Maintenance protocol, moderation, skipping a few workouts, cheat meals because it's my birthday, missing classes, accountability partners. That's not the protocol we on. Hopefully you guys do the work in June so you can be on a maintenance protocol come July. But here we're on an MP. Got it? Ladies and gentlemen, am I making it plain for them, Nichelle? Okay. All right. Trying my best. Okay. So I need you to believe this is a remission protocol, not a maintenance protocol. And the next thing I need you to believe is that a little bit at a time is what got you here and not that you can have just a little bit. So I don't know what's happening in June. I know we in graduation season. I know we in prom season. I know there might be some birthdays. I know the sun and summer alone get y'all excited. People might want to barbecue. I need you to believe that a little bit is what got me here. So having just a little bit is going to be too harmful for me. I need you to believe that. Okay. And the final thing I need you to believe is that it's possible. That's the final thing. This is it. We're about to go into Q&A, but let me pause here for a second. I told you guys behavior follows belief, okay? If you don't believe, I don't care how long you've been trying to lose. Lisa, I've been trying to get this weight off me for 20 years. Lisa, I've been on these blood pressure meds for 15 years. Lisa, I've been on these statins for 8 years. Like, I don't even know. Is it like, am I at a point of no return? Lisa, I'm in my 60s, Lisa. I'm in my 70s, Lisa. I've been eating this mess for 40 years. You're telling me this is possible? I need you to believe it's possible. Our oldest student that we had in Farm to Table, she was in her early 70s. She took Farm to Table with us, which is our 3-month coaching program, and we got her off of the medications. Kales is in the building. Kales, we reversed her type 2 diabetes. Like, there's some testimonials already in the building. Okay. So I need you to believe it's possible. If nothing else, I need you to believe it's possible, because if you've been trying for so long and you haven't reached the goal you want to reach, there's a chance that your belief has been compromised about whether or not it's possible. So I need you to believe it's possible. So what is your it? Before we go into Q&A, what is your it? What is possible for you? Is it the weight loss? Is it the mental clarity? Is it overcoming social anxiety or anxiety in general? Like, what is your it? Drop it in the chat for me. Drop it in the chat. What is your it? What's possible for you? What's possible for you? Okay. I would love to hear it. All of the above, all of it. Exercising consistently is possible. Mental clarity is possible. I did it. Linda, all of it. Mental clarity, weight loss. Yeah. Yeah. Reversing type 2 diabetes. Yeah. To be consistent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Medication free. Normal blood pressure. Sugar free. Combating fatigue. Overcoming anxiety. Yes, it's possible. It's possible. We had a student in Farm to Table. She was on ADHD medications when she started with us. She emailed Lisa, I'm off of them. It's possible. It's possible. Prevention of future disease. It's possible. I can age gracefully. Valerie is on today. She just joined us in the plant protocol where I help vegans become health coaches, and she wants to help people know how well they can age. Like, you don't have to age with a disease. It's possible. Being my best self is possible. It's possible. So that is what I need you guys to believe in order for you to show up this month. It's possible. Okay. All right. Now, some of you guys need to move up to the front row. That's a fact. So let me go over really quickly before we get into Q&A. Cue your questions up on YouTube. Cue your questions up here in the Zoom room. Let me talk to YouTube real quick for about 2 seconds. Some of you guys need to increase your proximity to your coach and to your community. You need access to the portal. You need to be with us live in the Zoom room. You need to have access to live Q&A with us. Some of you guys, what you're battling, you don't realize how much help you need. And so you have to increase your proximity to us. So if that's you, I want to invite you to move up to the front row and get into the Zoom room via VIP or Ultra VIP ticket, okay? And here's what you get when you move up to the front row. VIP, you get portal access in May and June, digital workbook, which I'm about to go over, access to the Zoom room throughout the challenge, bonus master classes, a live Q&A during the challenge as well. So increase your proximity to us so you can ask your questions directly, so you can get coached live by us, okay? And most importantly, so you can restore access to the portal. There's so many gems in there. If you're Ultra VIP, you get all of that plus extended access to the replays and a private coaching session and VIP access to our summit coming up on June 29th and June 30th. So if you need to move up to the front row, Kiwi is going to drop the link to upgrade. It's also in the description on YouTube. It's in the Facebook group. But if you know you need to move up to the front row, several of you guys did yesterday. Welcome to the front row. It's my favorite place to be at any event. Because it is important that you get the access and the help that you need, especially this fire workbook. So let me show you guys this workbook really quickly to make sure you guys are supported. How many people printed it out or have it up in front of them? Because it is fillable. It is fillable. You don't even have to print it out. But if you have the workbook, put me in the chat. Or if you're using the workbook this morning during our first class here, put me in the chat. Put me in the chat if you have the workbook. Hey, VIP, Crystal Lynn, hey, excellent. Let me show y'all because the workbook is so fire. The workbook is so dope. So let me show it to you guys real quick. So this is the workbook for the entire challenge. This is what it looks like, okay? And it's a 40+ page workbook. Let me just show you guys a couple things, okay? A little bit about me and the challenge. So some of the assignments that were in the portal, you can take your time and have it all in one place here. Again, check this out. This is fillable. So what's your assignment? To serve others. Look at that. You don't even have to print it out. You can just type right in that thing, okay? So fillable workbook. Then you have information about mindset, how to join the community, your checklist to make sure you're ready to go for the challenge, and then your 30-day action plan. This is my favorite thing in a workbook, this calendar. So this is fillable. I don't know if you guys who are using the workbook this morning, this calendar is fillable. So that means we already filled in every class for you guys. On Saturdays and Wednesdays, it's already filled in. And then if you're like, you know what, I'm going to work out on Tuesday. So you might put 30-minute workout and what you're going to do. You might want to put in recipes. Oh, I'm going to try that stir fry that Tiff just posted. You know, you might want to say, you know what, I'm going to do my meditation 3 days a week. You can type it right in here. It's super dope. So I love this fillable 30-day action plan. You can plan out your entire month of June for success. Okay. You might put in here, you know what, let me reminder to review Lisa and ET's masterclass, right? Whatever you want to do, right? So pull that in there. Then we have every lesson that we plan on covering already in here for you. So today's lesson, believe this, not that. Here's the highlights. I already knew what I was going to say, y'all. I put it in the workbook for y'all. Okay. And then you should be taking your notes right here in the workbook. So we have notes for every lesson, and then we have a food log. Now let me pause here and talk about this. Okay. So today is Saturday, June 1st. You're going to write in here, maybe you already started off today. You're going to go the rest of the day with your water, 75 ounces of water. Put it in there. Now, why is logging so important, even though it can be tedious? It's important because, number one, you get to see your habits. Number two, it's a different level of accountability as well. And I'm going to be doing some surprise food log reviews this month as well. So if you fill your food logs out, I will be able to look at them and tell you what I need you to do a little more of, a little less of, how you can spice it up. And so make sure you're logging your food. I'm going to be requesting some food logs from our VIPs. I'm doing a lottery. Don't ask me who I'm picking. It could be you, Melissa. It could be you, Majida. It could be you, Sandy. So just fill your food out. And if I request these food logs, I'm going to be like, Majida, I want to see what you ate last week. Send me your food log. And I'm going to be looking at it. So I need to know what you guys are eating. But most importantly, you need to know what you're eating. So the food log is super dope. There's one for each week. Recipes you might want to try when we share the recipes with you. A grocery list page in here. And then it goes through. And then at the end, the last thing I want to show you inside of the workbook is you're going to review your experience at the end with a journal. So after every week, so when we get to the end of this first week, so by next Friday, before we come to class next Saturday, kind of log and write down your week one. What was your mood like? What happened this week? Oh, I was detoxing, lots of headaches, strong cravings. I don't know if I can make it, whatever it is. But Lisa said this is treatment and it ain't convenient. Put it in here, remind yourself, right? So we have a journal for every week. There's 4 weeks in June. So you will scroll to the end of the workbook to fill out your journal for that week. And then when we get to the end of the month, you're going to record your receipts here. And this is also fillable. I surprised myself when, right? So this is also fillable, and you will be able to record what your experience was like. The results I'm most proud of is, the most surprising thing I learned is, the thing I'm looking forward to next is. So this is the workbook. Super, super dope. Shout out to my amazing team for helping me put this together. So this is the workbook that can accompany you on this journey. Okay. So that's that on that. Let's get prepared to get into Q&A. Kiwi, do we have questions queued up from YouTube ready to go?
Yeah, we have one question on YouTube. Rochelle asks, I'll ask during Q&A, how to eat salt, sugar, and free while she's out. Hold on, let me make sure I read this right. When she's out dining with friends.
Oh, so I have a YouTube video I did about that. So let's make a note to drop that in the Facebook group. I did a YouTube video last week or the week before, and it was entitled something like how I maintain my plant-based vegan lifestyle as a busy traveling entrepreneur. So we got a whole YouTube video that we can share with her about how to do just that. I did a video about it like literally in May. So it's very recent on my YouTube channel. Okay, that was easy.
Next question, Gayla asks, are the recipes in the foodie book exempt from the 30-day challenge?
No. So the recipes in the plant-based foodie are not all oil-free, though. I wrote that recipe book years ago. Now, it does say in the beginning of the recipe book that we recommend, if you're battling something, that you replace the oil with a liquid. So cooking with veggie broth, cooking with a cooking wine, cooking with vinegar, cooking with water. A lot of vegetables just make their own water. Like when I made a stir fry last night, I just put the mushrooms in the pan and that was the liquid. They're not exempt, but if they have oil in them, you might need to alter the recipe. Okay. VIP, make sure, okay, I see the questions come in. So let me get a few here from the VIP. And for those of you who need to move up to the front row, we're only taking Q&A from general admission today only. Only Q&A from general admission today only. And so if you want to be able to ask questions and things going forward, you definitely want to make sure you get upgraded. And here's the QR code to do that. And then Kiwi is going to drop the link in the chat as well. And so the question from, let's see, VIP, let me get the chat back up. Okay, so Okay, good question, Cindy. Cindy said, do we record times with what we ate? No, you don't need to. Thanks, Kiwi. Kiwi answered that. Latanya says, does the workbook save as you fill in, or do you need to download and save? I don't know. That's a great question, Tanya. Because I can only write in it when I download it. So when I download it, it's a PDF. So when you download it, you can then type in it. Does anybody know the answer to this? I'm not sure.
I can answer that.
Okay.
This is Kelly. So when you save the workbook, you can name it or leave it as the same name. So when you go in to update it, you go back to the one that you saved and resave it. So you keep going back to the one that you saved and resave it.
So when you save it, when you want to type it in again, you have to resave it, is what you're saying?
So yes, so when you type in it, you may have to resave it again. You can check it, but most of the time, when you type in it, depending on your settings, you'll have to go back to the same one that you saved.
Okay.
Don't keep resaving the one that Lisa provided.
Okay. Okay. So maybe give it a new name.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Kels.
I can also add to that too. This is Lasanda. I downloaded it. I didn't change the name. I kept it as what it was. I opened it. I was able to fill in with the notes we had today. When I closed out, it asked me, did I want to save? I said yes. Then I went back into it to see if it saved what I had put in, and it had saved it. And then I could pick up just where I was from there. But again, that could vary depending on the computer or, how you have settings.
Perfect. Thank you, Lasanda. And hey.
Hey.
Good to hear from you. Okay.
Thank you too.
Let's see. Will eating the fruit sugar affect those that are diabetic or diabetic/diabetic? I'm assuming that's supposed to say, pre-diabetic. I missed it. Okay. Pre-diabetic or diabetic. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with fruit. Fruit is fine. Here's where it can get tricky if you're drinking the fruit. So you want to chew the overwhelming majority of your fruit. Like there's nothing there's nothing wrong with smoothies. There's nothing wrong with juices. When I say juices, I mean fresh pressed juices. We are not drinking orange juice or apple juice. I'm talking about if you go get like a green juice or fresh pressed juice that might have an apple in it or something. So what you don't want to do, number one, is you don't want to have smoothies that are like 5 and 6 different types of fruit and no plants in them. Okay. So if you do make a fresh pressed juice because you have a juicer, or you might buy one of those $11, $12 fresh pressed juices while you're out, you want to make sure that they have 1 to 2 fruits to wash the medicine down. The medicine is going to be the plants that you put in there. So you should have 75% plants and 1 to 2 fruits in a drink. When it comes to eating fruit, chewing it is how we stop your insulin, your pancreas from releasing insulin so fast. Okay. So when you chew fruit, the benefit of it is that you're getting the fiber. So when you chew a mandarin, when you chew a banana, right? When you chew a pear, a peach, you're getting the fiber, and that slows down your blood sugar from spiking. So you can eat fruit. Yes, you can eat bananas. Yes, you can eat pineapple. We're not on an all fruit diet. We don't want to blend and drink a whole bunch of fruit, but eating fruit is fine as a pre-diabetic or a diabetic. Can it be such thing as going too far? Absolutely. There can be such thing as going too far. And so that's why we want to have a variety in our diet. That's why it's going to be important that you eat those 3 cups of vegetables a day that we recommend in your protocol, because that is going to keep you satiated and full, along with healthy starch. We do eat potatoes. We do eat bread, right? There's nothing wrong with brown or wild rice, okay? So you're not just eating vegetables all day. You do need that satiation, that full filling, and fruit is good for that. But also fruit has the quickest digestive time, which means fruit typically digests within 30 minutes or less, because fruits and vegetables are mostly water, or fruit especially is mostly water. And so it's going to digest really quickly. And so we have to make sure we're actually eating whole meals as well. But fruit is fine. Okay. Janaea, what kind of exercise should be done? Kiwi.
I got two of them for you. So I'll answer that. What I'm gonna do, you need to be moving, getting that heart rate up. So at least if you're walking, you're jogging, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a protocol in there depending on what level you're at. If you're just starting, you need to just be moving. That means taking that walk, but I do want you to be aware of your heart rate, because that's at the when your heart rate comes up, that's at the point that you're actually burning fat, you're burning calories. So I'll put a protocol in there for you guys to follow. And if it's different levels, and you can continue to ask questions, especially in the VIP room, make sure you ask as many questions as possible. But what I'll do is I'll give you guys a protocol that you can follow, especially for my beginners.
Okay, great.
A question on YouTube. I do want you to reiterate on this one because
okay,
two people, I think you need to reiterate why, because here's the last thing that they said. There are doctors who say avocado oil and grapeseed oil is good for you. I know you talked about this, but I feel like you need to go back into that real quick.
Yeah. So oil is not a health food. So what happens when we eat just oil, or we, just cook with the oil or whatever? We're adding the calories and the fat to our meals without getting the fiber, the vitamins and minerals that comes in the original food. So in an avocado, there's a crap ton of nutrients and vitamins. And same thing with olives, and same thing with coconuts, right? Wherever the oil is coming from, there's a crap ton of nutrients and vitamins and minerals in the food itself as a whole food. But when we try to extract and isolate the fat and the oil from it, we're just getting artery clogging and high calorie substance. So especially those of you who are dealing with weight loss, first of all, oil is a ton of calories with absolutely no benefit from a weight loss standpoint. It actually increases the amount of calories in your meal without giving you any vitamins or minerals. And then from a artery clogging standpoint. So those of you who are battling, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, because that's an intralipid fat disease, intercellular lipid disease, excuse me. Those of you who are battling cholesterol issues, right? Blood pressure issues, the oil. Matter of fact, you know what? Can I just get a testimonial? Is PJ still here? PJ, you still here? Because I could have somebody else tell you how it works. PJ is still here. PJ, let me know if you can. Yep. Okay. All right. Go. You already know what I'm asking. Go.
With my testimony with the cholesterol.
Yep. And the blood pressure, and since going SOS free.
Oh, yeah. So I started SOS a little bit earlier when I met Lisa, and I jumped in head first. No cheating at all. And when I started, my blood pressure, normal blood pressure for me, which I accepted, was because it wasn't that bad. It was in the high 140s and the low 90s. And that was my normal on blood pressure medicine. And then my cholesterol for my last labs was a 225. And mind you, I've been vegan for 5 years. So I've been battling this for 5 years of still having high cholesterol and hypertension. When I met Lisa, she just threw it at me, get on the SOS diet. We're doing this challenge. I jumped in first. And I got my labs back last week, and my cholesterol was 195, and my blood pressure has been in the 120s and 80s since I started this. I think I took it about 6 or 7 days later after I started it, and my blood pressure has been normal ever since. It hasn't been this normal in the last 27 years of my life.
Wow. Powerful.
Yes. I feel like I'm 17 again. I mean, I'm doing sprints at the gym. I got a 6-month-old baby. I'm running around with this little guy. So yeah, it works.
PJ, you want to tell them how old you are?
I'm 50.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking amazing, honey. Okay. PJ is 50, have been dealing with blood pressure, cholesterol issues for 20 something years, have been vegan for 5 years, went SOS free, and numbers dropped in a matter of how many weeks? How early did you start before the challenge started, PJ?
April 3rd.
April 3rd. It's been since April 3rd. It's not even, so it's June. We're looking at 2 months. And so I'm telling you guys, this works. This has already been tested. We're not trying anything out on you. It works. Okay. So at least do it for the 30 days. Nichelle, did you want to hop in? You chomping at the bit. You good? I thought you was leaning in.
OMG. I'm just overjoyed for you, PJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have so many. So for those of you who don't know, I'm an internist and a pediatrician, and I have so many patients who struggle with all of these things. And I have folks who are on 3 and 4 different high blood pressure medications. And so to hear you, PJ, just say that 2 months, you changed your diet and it's done, that's amazing. Amazing.
Incredible.
Dr. Nichelle, tell them who you are and who you're going to be throughout this challenge, honey.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Nichelle Horton Brown, Coach Nichelle. I have the hours on the 15th and I forget the other day, the 20th.
I think.
Yeah. So if you have questions, medical questions, questions about your health, I have office hours. I'm excited to be here and excited to talk with all of you. So let's go. Let's get it.
Yes. Yep. Dr. Nichelle will have office hours with Dr. Nichelle coming up on June 15th and June 26th. So she'll be back here asking all of the medical questions. So my doctor told me this. Is this true, doc? Right? We'll have a plant-based MD in the building to answer your questions. All right. So thank you, Nichelle.
Thank you. Thank you.
So good. Okay. Let's continue with the Q&A. You want to do one, Kiwi, and I'll take the next one? You got YouTube one?
All right, so here's the question. I've been answering most of them. We talk about this coffee, everybody, no caffeine, abstinence is the key. I've answered those already. Does the VIP bring my accountability partner too, or would you have to upgrade as well?
Yeah, so both parties have to upgrade. Good question. Was that the question? Can 2 people be?
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
What to eat when you are on a blood thinner and taking blood pressure medicine?
Yeah, Dr. Nichelle, you want to hop in?
What to eat when you are on blood? Say it again. I'm sorry.
On a blood thinner and taking blood pressure medicine.
On a blood thinner and on blood pressure medication. So blood thinners, it depends on what the blood thinner is. Sometimes there are, you'll hear that you don't want to have too many green leafy vegetables if you're taking warfarin, or Coumadin is the other name for that, because it will interfere with the medication and cause your blood pressure or blood to be too thin. What you want to do is just make sure that you're consistent. So you don't want to eat, too many green leafy vegetables on one day and then switch it to a lower level on another day, because the fluctuation will cause that level to fluctuate. When you're on other blood thinners like Eliquis or the other ones, anything but Coumadin, you don't have to worry about what you're eating. Other medication or foods don't interfere with those other medications. It's only the Eliquis or the Coumadin that you have to be concerned about.
Yeah. And yeah, so usually with the dark leafy greens, the specific thing that becomes the problem with a blood thinner is vitamin K.
Right.
Eating too much vitamin K. So you want to watch that too, because it's not just in dark leafy greens, there may be some other foods. So make sure you look up foods that are high in vitamin K. And because that, like the coagulation, it can be tricky for people who are on blood thinners. So just make sure, exactly like Dr. Nichelle said, not overdoing it, but also understanding the reason why, which is specifically the vitamin K. And then with blood pressure specifically, the thing that we're doing is going to help your arteries to dilate, which is removing the saturated fat and cholesterol from the diet. So animal products, part of the reason we're not consuming them is because they're so high in saturated fat. So the saturated fat is what clogs the arteries and causes the buildup of the plaque around the arteries, which causes the artery to narrow, and your body has to use more pressure to push the blood through. So the best way to eat for blood pressure is getting rid of the animal products. Sugar also clogs the arteries or causes that plaque buildup. So does alcohol, right? So does oil. So all of those things, the diet, the protocol that we've already created for you is going to significantly help blood pressure, as you had heard PJ just articulate. Okay. How do I know the difference between salt and sodium when reading the labels? Your eyes need to go to the ingredients first Salt is going to be in the ingredients. Sodium will never be in the ingredient list because it's natural from the earth. Okay. So that's why we say look at an ingredients first, not the nutrition label. Everything that we're trying to stay away from will be in the ingredients. Sodium is a natural electrolyte that occurs naturally in fruits and vegetables. So sodium is not the problem, salt is. But the issue is that salt, from a chemical standpoint, is the makeup of NaCl, like sodium chloride. So salt is sodium and chloride combined. That's what table salt is. Sodium alone is what occurs as a natural element from the earth. So you will see sodium on a nutrition label, but that doesn't mean that it was added from salt. The only way to know whether or not salt is in there is going to be in the actual ingredient. So if you see salt in the ingredients, then it's a no. Okay. All right, next question. Is LMNT electrolytes okay to drink? I don't know what LMNT is.
It's a brand of electrolytes. It's like a powder that you put in your water. That's just the brand name is Element.
Okay. Oh, okay. Why are you drinking it? Why
well, I live in Florida, so I sweat a lot when I go out for walking. So just to replace my electrolytes. So I use that, and I work outside a lot. So that's why I usually use it. And then my blood pressure tends to wants to drop like in the low 100. So I use that to not go too low.
Yeah. So one of the best places to get natural electrolytes is going to be coconut water. Okay. So no, I would have to read the powder, Cheryl, to be for sure, but usually powders are not great. They usually have additives and they're sweetened with typically sugar, alcohol, so that they can say no sugar. My first guess would be no, but the best answer will be post the ingredient list in the Facebook group for us to read. Okay. Are there any natural sweeteners we can use? Fruit and dried fruit. Honey and agave are okay, correct? No, incorrect. Okay. Why are you laughing, Terrence? We got to get through these questions. Okay. How do you determine your healthy body weight? So we're not a big fan of BMI calculators, but it is a great way to get an idea of what your ideal healthy weight range should be. Okay, so I understand people like, oh, I don't like to use a BMI calculator. That's more for European body type, all of that. First of all, most people typically know their healthy body weight. You don't even need a calculator for that. You know what? I need to lose about 40 pounds. So you can also go by what you know about your body. So if you're like, I'm over 200, a healthy body weight for me is 170, then you can go by that. You guys know better than we do. But if you want a more precise calculation, then a BMI calculator is what we would recommend. If your doctor has told you not to drink a lot of water, what do you recommend? It will depend on why the doctor told you not to drink it. You might have to listen to them. You know, some people, they might be retaining liquid. I don't know, Nichelle, you want to add something here? But there may be a reason to, I know sometimes like things like congestive heart failure and stuff, you do have to limit your water or liquid intake. So it would depend on why.
Agreed.
Okay.
If they gave you that restriction, there was probably a reason for it. So
100%. And let me say this about water. And then Kiwi, if you got another YouTube question, you can pull one in. Let me say this about water, guys. So we want you drinking 25 ounces of water within the first 30 minutes of waking every day. And then for the entirety of the day, we want you drinking half of your healthy body weight in water total. So let's say your healthy body weight is 180 pounds. Okay. So the total amount you should be drinking per day is half that, which will be 90 ounces. 180 divided by 2 is 90. So if your healthy body weight is 180 pounds, the amount you're going to drink for the entire day is going to be 90 ounces. That becomes your goal. You're going to drink 25 ounces of that within the first 30 minutes of waking. Okay. So you're going to wake up, you're going to get those 25 ounces in. You can deduct that from your 90 for the day, and you continue the day with the remainder of your 75 ounces. Okay, now let me say this. If for some reason you can't drink all of your water, you can't drink a lot of water, the best next thing to do is to eat your water. So you guys heard me say previously that fruits and vegetables are mostly water. So if you can't drink it, eat it. So right now, the good news is we're going into these warmer months. Melon is starting to come out at our markets and our farmers markets, right? So watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, berries are good, right? All of these great fruits that we've had access to in the summer, still apples, pears, peaches, oranges, all of that stuff. It's nothing but water. So you can still get hydrated by chewing your water as well if you can't drink as much as you need to that day. Okay. And eating, like just chew some celery, cucumbers, mostly water. All right, Kiwi, you got one?
Yeah, let's do what type of bread is suggested?
A bread with no salt, oil, or sugar. You have to read the ingredients. We don't recommend brands. So first of all, everybody lives geographically in different places. I struggle with recommending brands to you guys because you guys get typecast and you think that's the only brand of that thing that I can eat. Like for you guys, I dropped, for example, a vegetable broth in a Facebook group the other day. And now everybody's like, well, where do I buy that? Where do I get that? It's like, all you need to learn how to do is read ingredients. There's another brand out there, vegetable broth, that's no salt. That's a veggie broth. You don't have to buy the brand that we suggested. If it's easy to find for you, fine. But I also don't want you guys stressed out going to 4 different markets. So the bigger takeaway here is be here Wednesday on June 5th when I teach you guys how to read food labels and dissect food labels, because it's not about what brand do we use. It's about how do I find the cleanest version. Like there's multiple different brands of peanut butter where the only ingredient is peanuts. You don't have to buy the brand we use. You just need to make sure it's only peanuts. Does that make sense? So the same thing for bread. Bread does it have added sugar? Then it's a no-go. Does it have added dairy? Then it's a no-go. Does it have added whatever? Then it's a no-go. Usually a fresh bakery or like the bakery counter at a market, like Whole Foods, is where you would get the cleaner bread. It's not going to be in a bread aisle. I can tell you that right now. All the bread in the regular bread aisles is going to be most crap. So you ain't got to stand there and read 10 different types of breads. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably not going to happen. You usually have to go to the bakery aisle or the bakery section or a fresh bakery to get clean bread. Okay. What to use if not oil? Vegetable broth? Yes, or some other liquid. What to use for smoothie besides fruits and vegetables? Anything else, just water? No, for your smoothies, I'm assuming you're referring to the liquid in the smoothie. You can use an unsweetened plant milk. So you can use an unsweetened almond milk, an unsweetened hemp milk, an unsweetened soy milk. The key is unsweetened. So you can use an unsweetened plant milk for your smoothies, or you can use water. Either is fine. What's this question, Charlene? I get what you're saying about oil. While I can put it down, I do wonder your thoughts on oil that is ordered directly from the source. As an example, I'm traveling to Italy in the fall. I plan on bringing back olive oil. Would you still have the same perspective then? Possibly. So a couple things. Number one, if it's in the month of June, yes, same perspective. We're doing this thing. It's like non-negotiable, right? Now, when you get into your maintenance protocol, whether or not you want to reintroduce oil is up to you. If you decide you want to reintroduce oil during your maintenance protocol, when you're no longer in your remission protocol, then it will depend on the quality of it. But the thing that typically ruins, even people that buy high quality oil, like I'm going to Italy, they told me this is the best. I watched them press the olives, whatever it is. I'm gonna tell you how we ruin it. You heat it up. So the thing that makes that any type of, like the thing that retains any type of medicinal quality for the high quality stuff is the fact that it's cold pressed. Okay. That's why it's in the darker bottles. It's cold pressed. When we get it up and try and cook, when we get home and try and cook with it, we ruin it. So that's why I used to live in Italy. Let's be clear. So when we would dine out in Italy, like, yeah, they would have olive oil and bread on the table, but we're drizzling it on there fresh out the bottle. We don't cook with it. Right? We would drizzle it on the bread or drizzle it on our salads. Cold press. It's the cold press that retains any medicinal quality. That's why most of the stuff here is junk. Okay. So if you want to go get you some fresh olive oil from Italy, that's fine. We're still not eating it in the month of June. Let's be clear about that. But then when you get in July and beyond, if you want to make it even semi a little better for you, you need to eat it as is and not heat it up. When we put it in a pan and add heat to it, then all the properties go away. Okay. Tracy, is what reasoning true for plant milks and almond? Y'all got to put complete questions because the chat goes so fast. I don't know what I was saying at that time. So
yeah, you were saying we can't have oil because of the extraction from the whole food. And so I was wondering if that's the same reasoning when it comes to coconut milk and almond milk, because that's an extraction from the whole food.
No, it's not the processing that we're challenging. It's the fact that oil is all pure fat. So we're still eating some processed foods. Like, we're not telling you guys you have to have a completely unprocessed diet, right? So you're right. Almond milk, hemp milk, any type of nut milk, whatever, soy milk, is all the bean or the nut or the seed is pressed to create quote unquote milk, right? And it's a form of processing. We're not necessarily saying that the biggest problem with oil is because the whole food has been compromised. We're saying when we isolate the oil, we're isolating the fat. When you do it with a nut or a seed, it's different. So it's not the processing that's the problem. It's the high amount of calories and the fat that clogs the arteries. When you press a nut or a seed, it doesn't clog your arteries. It doesn't create that plaque on the arterial wall. It doesn't cause atherosclerosis. So it's about what the finished product does to you, not the fact that it's extracted from something.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gayla says, are tofu and miso acceptable on the protocol? Are olives acceptable since they are salty? So yes, tofu and miso. Well, miso is tricky. That one is super, super salty. So miso, I would need to see the ingredients. Not all miso is created equally. So if you guys are not sure about a product, you can drop the ingredient, like a picture of the ingredients. You ain't got to type them out, but a picture of the ingredients in the Facebook group, and I can dissect them for you. So do that with the miso, Gayla. Tofu is perfectly fine. Soy is okay. If anybody is anti-soy, it's a personal choice. But do we allow soy? Yes, we do. All of the things about it causing cancer has been debunked forever. There are two types of receptors on our cells, alpha and beta receptors, when it comes to soy. And so people think that because it has a hormonal quality that it causes cancer. It does not. But if that's something you believe and you refuse to not believe it, don't eat soy. It's a personal choice. We're not going to argue with you. Okay. But it does not cause cancer. It attaches to the beta receptor, not the alpha receptor on our cells. So so tofu is fine. Are olives okay? Now, aren't they like soaked in salt? Like, aren't they? Now, we already yelled at whatchamacallit about her pickles in the Facebook group. So I think they are cured in salt, right? Somebody, can I have pickles? No, this is a pickleless challenge. And then olives, I think the salt is added. I don't think olives are naturally, but I don't know for sure, actually. So I would have to see the ingredients. A good question. Somebody, we got to figure that one out.
Yeah, they have salt in them. They add salt because it's in a brine.
Right, that's what I thought.
That's why I threw my olives out.
Okay, just like they do with pickles. Yeah, so that's gonna be a no for 30 days, Kayla. Where can we get dried fruit from salads? You can get it from a market, just a regular grocery store, Michael. It doesn't have to be a particular grocery store. But I will tell you this about dried fruit, okay? Okay, he said it already. I seem to find additives in some dried cranberries. You're 100% right. So when it comes to dried fruit, you cannot eat dried fruit with added sugar. That is not allowed. Now, let me say this. Usually the dried fruit that does not have added sugar, Michael, is typically going to be found in like the bulk section of the grocery store. So where you like weigh your own nuts, weigh your own seeds, right? There, they will typically have dried fruit that's just the fruit, right? Like dried pineapples, dry apples, dry bananas, dried cherries, raisins, right? You still have to read, but typically in the bulk section is where you will find dried fruit without added sugar, but still read it. But it is possible to find. It is possible to find. No, honey and agave are not okay. Somebody done asked again, Lord, help us, the sugar. Woo, addicts be fighting for that thing, don't they? Woo, what I tell y'all, I did not say.
It's a lot of them on YouTube too, so I got you. I got you covered on the back end. That's what I'm saying. They need to tell them they need to join this front row, because on Wednesday, they go get the business and realize how many things they could just cross off it, because it's the same thing you've been saying.
Amen. Listen, let me talk to the addicts, okay? Whew. Y'all addicted strong. And what y'all doing right now is trying to fight for your addiction. You're trying to find a way to do exactly what I told you not to do, which is to believe that you could do this without detoxing, withdrawals, and getting uncomfortable. You are about to be uncomfortable for first few days, maybe the first week or so. We are not doing agave. We are not doing honey. The glycemic index is too high on both of those. Don't come in this chat talking about, but they natural, okay? Listen, all natural natural is not even a word that means healthy. All natural means is not man-made. That's all natural means. Natural just simply means man did not make it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't spike up your blood sugar. Okay, so we are not doing honey. We are not doing agave. Okay, we are not doing, what's the other one they like, Milan? What about the stevia? What about the monk fruit?
Stevia, turbinado sugar, sugar with the sugar cane, the natural sugar cane, and randazzles for those people in Michigan. You know, the big boy, leave that alone. Monk fruit. Yeah, just throw a date. I throw a date in absolutely everything. That's my cure all for everything.
It is. Milan uses dates. Dates are allowed because they are a dried fruit. Okay, so get you some pitted dates, and pitted means they took the pit out. Okay, get you some pitted dates, and you can put a date in a smoothie. You can, Milan in her dessert recipes in the Porto uses dates. So here's what I'm not saying. Let me make sure you guys know the difference between not eating sugar and not eating nothing sweet. I'm not saying we're not eating anything sweet. Like, I got a bomb banana bread recipe that I'm making today. So what I'm not saying is you guys won't have sweetness in your life. I'm saying you won't have certain sugars in your life. Does everybody understand that? So I'm not saying everything you eat has to be savory or umami flavor or whatever. We're going to enjoy some sweetness. We got recipes for you guys. We're just not going to eat the stuff that compromises your memory, your ability to recall, your creativity, your arteries, and your waistline. So I'm not saying we won't satisfy your sweet tooth, but we're not eating agave and honey and stevia and cane sugar and monk fruit. We're not doing it. So dried fruit can satisfy your sweet tooth. It really can. Dates are actually really sweet. It really can. It can. I promise you. Dried mango, kill the game. So I'm not saying we won't eat something sweet, but we're not eating the sweetness that you want to eat, because we ain't doing it your way. We're not doing it conveniently for you. We're doing it for you, right? Okay. All right. Let me see. Do we got another question? What's up, Lasanda? She got her hand up.
Hey, Lisa. I just wanted to add, if I can, my struggles being busy, and I'm not always in the kitchen, but I wanted to kind of share support. I was beating myself up when I've done this before, thinking I had to do these extravagant recipes and such. And when I looked at my results from the last time, it's okay to be consistent as long as you're okay with it. I mean, I know we're supposed to try different fruits. I'm not going against what our protocol is, but I was beating myself up on a journey because I wasn't in the kitchen all the time making different things. It's about being consistent. So I lost a lot of time and mental space because of what I kept believing what I couldn't do versus what was okay until I could get there, if that's making sense to folks. So I just want to give that encouragement for folks such as myself, that the kitchen ain't always my best friend, but I make the bomb chili. That's just my beans and I like it. And I got different ways to eat it with my quinoa, those different things. And that was okay. So I just wanted to share that.
Yes, that's very helpful. Thank you. It is important to note that you don't have to be a chef or a great cook to survive here. And I personally don't use recipes when I cook personally. Like, my personal approach to a plant-based lifestyle is very minimalist. I don't have not Tiff can't stand it, but I don't have a food processor. I don't have a crock pot. I don't have an air fryer. I don't have a rice cooker. I don't have I don't have a tofu press. All I have, y'all, is a blender. That's the extent of my sophistication. Okay, so I also don't want you guys to think that all my recipe books got dust on them. I'm talking about dust. It's ridiculous. Like, so I don't think I need a recipe every time it's time to eat. Like, I don't want to scare you guys into thinking you need a recipe every time you eat, that you got to have 10 gadgets for food to taste good. And here's how I went to the extreme with it. And then Sandy, you up next. I only got one pot. It is what it is. I spend the majority of my time in front of this wallpaper, y'all, teaching, coaching, and working. Okay. So I'm not in the kitchen like that either. So I have one pot. If you make it all in one pot, it ain't getting made. My banana bread today, if all the ingredients can't go in one bowl and into a pan in the oven, I don't want any parts of it. Now, some and you can do all of the fancy stuff. But also for those of us who are intimidated by the fancy stuff, you don't have to be fancy to be successful. Go ahead, Sandy. They say my internet acting crazy.
So, hey, good morning. So I know you spoke on the sodium, and I know we read the ingredients for the salt content, but when we are looking at the nutritional labels and it says like sodium 350 milligrams, so how concerned should we be in making that a factor? I know we're not buying processed items, but how concerned should we be about that? Should that play a factor? Because I'm thinking salt when I see the sodium in the label.
Yeah. So what I was telling Crystal Lynn earlier is like whether or not to know what's added versus what's natural is going to be evident in the ingredient list. So it's when you see nutrition facts and you see sodium 300 milligrams, how much of that is added from salt will be evident in it. So if you see salt in the ingredient list, then it's a no. So you could see salt. I showed you guys. You guys want to see the post I made in a Facebook group to see evidence of this real quick on the veggie broth? Would an illustration be helpful real quick? Okay. And then also, Sandy, you said something else. You said, I know we're not buying processed food. It's nearly impossible to live a completely unprocessed diet. So we're not anti-processed food. Actually, what we're anti is ultra-processed food. So there are some things that are minimally processed, that's what we're okay with. And there are some things that are ultra processed, and that's what is a big no-no. Okay. So for a prime example of this is peanut butter. Like peanut butter is a processed food. I'm not about to tell y'all can't buy peanut butter. Ain't nobody about to be making a peanut butter from scratch. You don't got to make your plant milk from scratch. So we eat processed food. We eat minimally processed food. We stay away from ultra processed food. Okay. So we're not trying to stay away from all packaged stuff. We need that convenience. But here's exactly what you're talking about right here, Sandy. Sandy, can you see this? I can't see you anymore, but just verbally give me a yeah.
Yes. I can see it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I posted this in the Facebook group yesterday, I think. So you see how this says no salt added, right, Sandy?
Yes.
But you see here it says 60 grams of sodium, correct?
Correct.
Which means, now, if you only looked at this first, you would think I can't have this. Mm-hmm. But that's not true. There's no salt added. The sodium is occurring naturally in the vegetables. If you look in the ingredients, there's no salt. It's water, onions, celery, carrots, mushrooms, leeks, collard greens, spinach, broccoli, fennel, tomatoes, parsley, peppercorns, and garlic. That's the entire ingredient list. This is a minimally processed, clean food. So there's no salt, there's no oil, there's no sugar, but there is sodium in here because sodium is a natural electrolyte that occurs naturally in vegetables.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So if your eyes start and stop here, you will be frustrated thinking, I can't have anything. But that's why we told your eyes to go here first in the ingredient list.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Come on, Clarity. More than welcome. More than welcome. Is Organifi okay? Oh, you mean the supplement? So, and this is a great time. Somebody else asked about vitamins and supplements. Okay, so we have a whole lesson in June where I'm going to go over this in detail, but let me give you the short answer here. We are okay with supplements when they are medically necessary. We are not okay with supplements when you're just doing it to do it. So some people, they take a protein powder every day. No evidence that they have a protein deficiency. They just take it because they're like, I stopped eating chicken. That must mean I'm deficient in protein. Not true. All protein comes from plants. Protein don't even come from animals. Proteins are amino acids found in plants. And when we eat the animal, we're eating the middleman. So we're taking out the middleman. We're taking out the cow, the chicken, and the pig, and the fish, and we're going straight to the source, which is the plants. Plants are is the source of protein. So people will supplement because they're doing a vegan challenge, and they will think I need a supplement to get everything I need with no data, no proof, no lab work to prove it. So my question to you, Michael, if you wanted to know if Organifi was okay, or anybody else who's thinking about vitamins and supplements, my question or answer to you would be, have you gotten blood work done to prove that there's a deficiency? Supplements should be used for a deficiency, not just in general. Like, Lisa, I just take a multivitamin. Why do you take it? I don't know. I just do it because it seems like the right thing to do. No. No. We only take supplements if a deficiency is medically necessary. I personally have an allergy to the sun. When the sun touches my skin, I get sunburned like super easy. Super easy. So I have to stay out of high UV rays, which is usually between the hours of 10 and 2, which means my vitamin D levels are low. So when I get my blood work done, my plant-based doctor is like, yo, I got to write you, I can't give you an over-the-counter vitamin D, Lisa. I need to write you a script for vitamin D. So I take vitamin D because it's medically necessary. I don't take it just because, you know, Black people usually need vitamin D. No, I have blood work to prove I need it. So that's how we approach vitamins and supplements. Are they medically necessary, or are you doing it just because you've decided you need it with no proof of it? Okay. And they need to be clean. So is Organifi okay? I don't know. Even if you do need to supplement, all supplements ain't created equal. So we need to learn how to read those ingredient lists because a lot of them have added sugars and fillers. Okay. Kiwi, you got something from YouTube?
No, you got a few more questions on that I think you may have missed. Can you speak about the Impossible? I think you kind of spoke on that already, but I don't know if you want to clear that up.
The Impossible Burger?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let me fix my face. My bad.
Yeah.
No. Next question. It's full of junk. It's full of oil. It's full of no. Okay. Woo, we got to read this ingredients. No. So just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's good for us. Okay. And so the Impossible Burger is what we call ultra processed vegan food, right? It has a bunch of like junk in it, especially saturated fat. And it has salt in it, and it has oil in it. And so the answer is going to be no on Impossible. What else?
I think you used, nope. I think somebody answered it. So you're good on that end. Somebody asked about popcorn. And then there is one long question. Let's see if we can get to this one. Hi, guys. I'm not sure you saw my question about iodine and juice concentrate. How can we get through iodine if we're salt free? Can we drink juice that is 100% juice from concentrate with no sugar?
Okay, so the answer is to the juice is no. The fruit itself is the sugar, right? So the thing that makes, so you know, if somebody blood sugar drops low, we typically give them juice to get it up really quickly, right? And so the juice is, even though it's just fresh pressed from the apple or the orange or the fruit or whatever, it is pure sugar. So when you have fruit juice, you have the sugar of the fruit without the fiber of the fruit. That's why I was telling you guys earlier, you want to chew the fruit, right? So it's going to be a no for the juice. With the iodine, you don't have to get iodine from anything that's salted. Like seaweed, for example, is a good source of iodine. Iodine is for our thyroid health, y'all. So first of all, you don't need that much. It's a very tiny amount for your daily recommended intake for iodine. But iodine does not have to come from salt. It can come from something like seaweed or sea vegetable. So that's very easy to get without actually eating something salted. Okay. I have been taking Seamoss gel daily. I know we're not supposed to have seafood on the protocol. Would I have to stop? So Seamoss gel is not seafood. So Seamoss gel is a natural supplement versus a man-made supplement. So it's typically not man-made. So Seamoss is a natural supplement, which is a good, let me piggyback off the vitamin and supplement question I just answered. There's a difference between, when it comes to supplements, you have nature-made and you have man-made. So like the multivitamins y'all buy in the store, that's man-made, right? Something like Seamoss, it's going to be nature-made, okay? So nature-made is fine. Do you have to stop taking it? No. It has upwards to like 90 vitamins and minerals. It's a pretty good supplement to add to something if you wanted to. The only thing I would say is like, even when nature made stuff, be careful that you know you need it. Like it can be helpful, but you also don't have to spend the money on it if you don't want to. Like, you know, you can buy just fruits and vegetables and get what you need. So if you want to supplement with a nature made supplement, that's cool. But also you want to question, why am I taking this in the first place? If it just feels like the right thing to do and it makes your spirit feel good, fine. But Seamoss is not seafood. It's not an animal-based product. So you could still technically have Seamoss on the challenge. How concerned should we be about the sodium that's on the nutrition? Oh, we already answered Sandy's question. What else? What else? Will there be a challenge or classes available after the challenge? Is this about replays? The question is a little confusing. Will there be a challenge or classes available after the challenge? I need to stay in this equals. Oh, you're talking about at the end of June, I'm assuming. Okay, so first of all, the replays, Toya, I know for sure you're Ultra VIP. So Toya, you're Ultra VIP. You already got your one-on-one session booked with me. Ultra VIP will have access to the replays all June and July. VIP only has access to the replays in June. So you will get longer access to the replays. And then though, at the end of June during our summit, we're gonna be opening up Farm to Table plant-based coaching program, which we have completely rebooted. So this is a new version of Farm to Table. I'm kind of excited. And so we've rebooted Farm to Table, brand new curriculum, everything, brand new platform. It's a whole different setup. And so we'll be opening that up at the end of the challenge for those who need to keep going and who need to retain coaches. And like you said, Toya, ecosystem. So that'll be your next step. This challenge, we're doing twice a year going forward. So we're doing it in May and June, and then we'll also be doing it December, January. So the run-up will be in December, and then the next time we do this challenge will be January of 2025. Okay. Let's see. Bragg coconut aminos is my salt replacement. It has, okay. Pink salt is a no. That is correct, Doreen. No pink salt. Ooh, y'all be trying to break it down. Okay. Is it okay to eat unsalted popcorn? Yeah, but it have to be air pop, not popped in oil. Y'all know I don't be having it. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get all y'all questions in for day one. General admission, make sure you're submitting your questions now because next Wednesday, we're going to keep our class to 70 minutes and only take questions from VIP at the end. So any questions over there, Kiwi, that we need to do before we wrap up? Is microwave cooking okay? Somebody sent that to me privately. Yeah, that's up to you. If you decide that you don't want to use a microwave, that's a personal choice. We're not pro or anti-microwave. Go ahead, Key.
Yeah, we have one personal question for PJ. Did PJ come off his meds based on his numbers dropping?
Answer the question, no, not yet. I just got my labs back, so now I'm working with my doctor now to slowly wean me off of it because I've been on it for so long. Getting off of it drastically could harm me. So now we're working on our exit plan to get off of it.
Yeah, it's very important to note that what PJ is referring to is deprescribing, right? So working with his physician to now slowly reduce the dosage because like he said, abruptly can be dangerous if you've been on something for so long. So that's very important to know. A lot of times when we have our students come into Farm to Table and stuff, they will do this protocol, cholesterol will drop quickly, all this stuff will drop quickly. But what happens is they're still taking the medication too. And so things really drop low because you got the medication and the lifestyle. And so they have to talk to their doctor really quickly about reducing that dosage and stuff because now they're eating in such a way that allows their numbers to come down naturally. But a deprescribing plan is very important. Next time you guys talk to your physician, if you're on medications, that's the language you want to use to talk about a plan to reduce and eventually get off of your meds if you're trending in that direction with your lifestyle. Toya said, can you recommend a quick SOS-free dressing we can make for our salads? Tiff just she just prepared about 5 or 6 SOS-free salad dressings for us. We're combining them now for you, Toya, and we'll have them to you guys in a couple of days. So we have I think it was 5 or 6, and they're amazing. So we already have Milan. Oh, thanks, Milan. But we have a whole recipe book, additional recipes coming for you guys. We already dropped some in the portal. Okay. Is Seamoss high in iron? I'm not sure if Seamoss is high in iron or not. Crystal Lynn. If somebody else knows the answer, feel free to answer, but I'm not sure. And I know also all Seamoss ain't created equal. So it might even be as specific as depending on the brand or type. Are you going to have a class on how to review to look at your blood work? Yep, we're going to do that with Dr. Nichelle. And so make sure, Michael, that you're here on the days that Dr. Nichelle is going to be here, and she can definitely answer questions about your blood work for you. The schedule is in the portal for you. Your VIP, the schedule is in the portal. What about liquid aminos? Liquid aminos is fine. Is cinnamon considered a sugar? No, it's not, PJ. Farm table is great. Thanks, Sandy. Look at all my alumni. Can you give info on the summit? I will be traveling, but would like to attend. We'll give info shortly, Lasanda. We're still finalizing the schedule and the times as we get our speakers and stuff finalized for the summit. It's a virtual summit, June 29th and 30th, guys. That's how we're going to end the challenge. Let me pay attention. Some of y'all already answered.
We got you. So you got 2 minutes. I gotta get you on the time. So you got 1 minute now. We got you covered on the back.
All right, let's spend this last minute with takeaways. Believe this, not that. What did you hear today that you needed to hear that's going to prepare you for this next 30 days? What resonated? What landed? Let me drop it in the chat. I just want a few takeaways as we wrap up, and then we'll bid you adieu until Wednesday. But let me hear what shifted for you. What did you get clarity on today? Drop it in the chat for us. I want to hear a few of those. Kiwi, pull a few of them off YouTube. Drop them in YouTube too, guys. Anthony, shout out to Anthony Carter, who's in the building, who also reversed hypertension and got off of his meds. All right. So he's done the work. So shout out to Anthony Carter, who's in the building. He said his takeaway is treatment is not convenient. Shout out to Coach Anthony. He's currently working with me in the Plant Protocol Business Accelerator to build his coaching business. Terrence said remission versus maintenance. Yeah. When God gave me that one this morning, I was like, woo, I ain't put that on the slide to this morning, y'all. I said, come on, God, with the divine downloads. Let's see. What other takeaways do we have? A little bit at a time is what got me here. Sandy, you better call yourself out. People like, I just want a little bit. That's how we've been eating a little bit for 10 years. That's how we got the diagnosis. Okay. Doreen, this is treatment. Yes. Yes. This is treatment. Stephanie said sugar is a narcotic and remission versus maintenance. Yes. God gave me a good divine download today. V said belief precedes behavior. 100%. V, what up, V? So good. Let's go. This is treatment. Believe you need help. Absolutely. I love it. Kiwi, what you got over there on YouTube? What's their takeaways?
All right, they takeaways is this treatment is a lifestyle change and a belief is very important. Thank you, coaching team. I got to believe it, so I will do it. My takeaway about the bread and taking the supplements was huge. Cut out the middleman, the animal. Change your mind and change my mind to treat myself. Yes. And we got a lot of it's possibles over here on YouTube, so they got it.
It's the belief for me, y'all. Okay, so listen, replays really quickly. YouTube, this replay will be up for 24 hours. So if you missed some of it or one of your buddies who are in a challenge couldn't make it today, let them know if they're general admission. This replay will stay up for 24 hours. It's going to come down tomorrow morning. And then VIP, your replay will be uploaded into the portal for you within 24 hours. So you can double back, watch it again, tag your VIP bestie, and make sure they come get what they need. So replays will be available in the portal and on YouTube for different periods of time. Additional questions, additional concerns, drop them in the Facebook group. We prefer Facebook because we can help everybody at one time. Please try and refrain from sending personal emails or DMing me personally. It becomes very challenging when you guys try and ask me directly because I want to serve everybody. So put your questions in the group so everyone can benefit from the answer. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We will see you on Wednesday, June 5th, 6:30 p.m. EST. We'll be with Coach Tiff. We'll be going over protein, carbs. We'll be doing SOS Free Kitchen and learning how to read those food labels. We'll see you guys at the next one. Bye, y'all.